A very warm greetings to all my dear students. Today we are going to discuss another concept related with organizations of data, and the first concept that we are going to learn is the concept of variables. When you will search the literal meaning of variables, it means the things which tends to vary, tends to change. Okay, so when we define this, the variable refers to quantity or attribute whose values varies from one investigation to another. It is also can be understood by the definitions like a characteristics or a phenomenon which is capable of being measured and changes its values over time is called variables. There are two types of variables. First is discrete variables and second is continuous variables. Discrete variables are those variables that increases in jumps or in complete numbers. No fraction is possible in terms of discrete variables. Example, number of a student in a class, number of cars in a showroom, etc. Like 1, 2, 10 or 15. Second, continuous variables. Variables that assume a range of value or increase not in jumps but continuously or in fractions are called continuous variables. Example, height of the boys 5 feet 1 inches, 5 feet 3 inches and so on. Marks in any range between 0 to 10, 10 to 15 or 15 to 20. Now another concept, that is statistical series. What is statistical series? Statistical series is the arrangement of classified data in some logical order. When the data is arranged on some logical basis, on some logical order, like according to the size, according to the time of occurrence, or according to some other measurable or non-measurable characteristics, it is known as statistical series. Another concept that will come during the process of learning is raw data. What do you mean by raw data? Data collected in original or crude form is known as raw data. Series. Arranging of raw data in different classes according to a given order or sequence is called series. Now, what are the different types of, what are the kinds of statistical series? There are two characteristics or kind of statistical series. On the statistical series can be classified on two bases. First, on the basis of characteristics and on the basis of construction. When you are talking about the classification or kind of statistical series on the basis of characteristics, the statistical series can be classified into three, that is time series, on the basis of spatial series, on the basis of condition series, and on the basis of constructions. If you talk about constructions, it is going to be classified into three, that is individual series, individual based on individual observations, discrete series, ungrouped frequency distribution. Discrete series is ungrouped frequency distributions, and continuous series, it is grouped frequency distribution. So these are the classification of statistical series. Now, types of statistical series. There are three types of statistical series. One is individual series, second is discrete series, and third is continuous series. Then what do you mean by individual series? The arrangement of raw data individually. The arrangement of raw data individually without frequency is known as individual series. Second one, How individual series can be classified? It can be expressed in two ways. First is according to serial number. Means an individual series can be arranged in a serial order. Then we get according to serial number this type of arrangement of individual series, like roll number, marks. This is what the individual series on the basis of serial number. Second one, ascending or descending order. In descending order, smallest number is placed first. In descending order, the highest number is placed first. So this is the type of individual series, or individual series can be expressed in two ways. One is according to serial number, according to ascending or descending order. Another type of series, that is discrete series. What is discrete series? A discrete series is that series where the individual values differ from each other by definite amount. How we are going to construct discrete series? Discrete series, for constructing discrete series, we use tally marks. I must expect that you are aware about the tally marks. This is what this is tally marks, that we are going to express it like this. First of all, for constructing a discrete series, first of all, a table is prepared with three columns having three heads. First is variable, tally marks, and frequency. In first column, each possible values of the frequency is written, that is 10, 15, 20, 25. In the second column, a tally marks denoted by this standing line is noted for every observation against its corresponding values. Suppose the number of students who have got 10 marks is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to mark it 5. So how we are going to write it? One strike made from upper right side to left side. That is what we mark like this. So tally is, this indicate 5 plus 2, that is 7. Similarly for 15, 5 plus 4, that is 9. Total marks obtained, the student who have scored 15 marks is 9. Right. So similarly we can construct the discrete series by using tally marks. Now when we are talking about frequency distribution, discrete series is the part of frequency distribution only. So frequency distribution refers to a table in which observed value of a variables are classified according to the numerical magnitude, means number of repetition of that part, how many times that particular values has been repeated in a particular series. So on these basis, we have already classified individual series is based on single observation, but discrete series and continuous series are frequency distribution where observations are being repeated, the values are being repeated. So this is what the frequency distribution, right? On a broader sense, we can say that there are three types of series: individual, discrete, and continuous. But when in terms of frequency distribution, that is individual distribution and another is frequency distributions, there are two types. Discrete series, we have already covered this. Let us learn it again. Discrete series, a variable is called discrete if the variables can take only some particular values. Suppose 15 students have scored 10, means 15, 10. Continuous series, a variable is called continuous if it can take any value in a given range. So there are two types of frequency distribution. One is discrete and another is continuous. Now let us learn various small concept or important concept that we will come across while studying or while solving various problems in our statistics subject, that is statistic part. First is class. What is class? Each class interval is called a class. Means 0 to 5 is a class, 5 to 10 is a class. Next is class limit. There are two limits, upper limit and lower limit. Means for this series, this 0 is lower limit and this 5 is upper limit. Okay. Upper limit and lower limit. Class interval. Basically you will find almost class interval and range both are having the same definition, that is difference between upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit and lower limit will give us what? Class interval. So this is the difference between upper limit and lower limit. Similar is the definition of range. Same is the definition for range also, difference between upper limit and lower limit. When we are supposed to find out the mid value or midpoint, then how we are going to find it out? Upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2 will give us midpoint or mid values. Now frequency, number of items, that is observations falling within a particular class, is frequency. Means a particular number, how many times it is going to be appeared, it is going to be observed in particular series, particular class. This is what? Frequency. Now let us understand the types of continuous series. Basically there are more classification, but we will understand following important classification of continuous series, that is types of continuous series. First is exclusive series, second is inclusive series, third is open-end distribution, and fourth is cumulative frequency series. Now let us start first with exclusive series. Exclusive series is a type of series in which the series is formed by excluding the upper limit of these classes. All the items of the classes are included in the class itself. That is exclusive series. In this type of series, the classes of the type like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, etc., wherein the upper limit of one class intervals becomes the lower limit of the next class, are known as exclusive series. Why this type of classification? Such classification ensures continuity of data because the upper limit of one class is the lower limit of succeeding class. Okay, so class intervals need to be mutually exclusive. To keep various class intervals as mutually exclusive, the observations with magnitude greater than or equal to the lower limit but less than the upper limit of a class are included in this. Means here we will use the value 0 to 10, literally it is 0 to 9.5, then 10 to 20 likewise. Okay, so exclusive series 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 likewise. Okay, now inclusive series, upper limit of the classes are included in the respective classes. Example 0 to 9, we have included 0 up to value of 9, then 10 to 19 and 20 to 19. It is inclusive, means the value 29 will be included in this. Open-ended classes. Open-ended classes, the lower limit of first class and upper limit of the last class are not given. Like below 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 and above. That is open-ended class. Below 20 will be the first class and 50 and above will be the another class for open-end class. Now cumulative frequency series can be classified into two. First one is less than, or cumulative frequency can be classified like less than and more than. How cumulative frequency of a series can be classified? It is obtained by successfully adding the frequency of the values of the classes according to a certain law. Means they are arranged, they are uh, arranged on certain basis according to certain law, right? So when we are talking about less than cumulative frequency distribution, in a less than cumulative frequency distribution, the frequencies of each class intervals are added successfully from top to bottom. Means here is the series and we have to present this series in terms of less than. So how we are going to find it out? Marks is given 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. It is very important to understand 2, 5, 10, 12, 17 and 4. When we are writing less than 10, it is obviously 2 here, right? But when we are making it like this, less than 20 means 20 plus 5, 20 plus 5, both are added, right? Both are added. So it will give us the value of less than 20. Suppose we have to find out less than 30, then how we are going to find it out? By adding 2 plus 5 plus 10, that is 17. Clear? Now less than 40, 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12 will give us what? 29. And when we are talking about less than 50, then 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17, it will give us what? This value, that is less than 40 or less than 50. And when we are talking about 50 to 60, means values will be less than 60. How many values will be less than 60? Summing up all the values, means 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 4 will give us the value of less than 60. Okay. Similarly, if you are going to find it out more than cumulative frequency, then what will be the conditions? In a more than cumulative frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency of each class interval is obtained by finding the cumulative totals of frequencies starting from the highest value of the variables to the lowest values of the variables, that is class. Now the given series is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. We have to understand this concept with paying more attention, because this type of questions will be asked later on, later stages, when we will be solving the problems based on mean, median, mode. And then these type of frequency, whatever things we have learned will be used, right? So let us understand this, that this is the table and we have to arrange it in form of more than. We have already arranged, we have understood how we have arranged the cumulative frequency distribution in terms of less than. Now we are going to arrange the value in terms of more than. So more than, how many values are more than 0? All values, means 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 4, right? More than 10, 50 minus 2. In less than we were adding, now in more than we will subtract, right? So here the 50 will be more than 0. 48, how many values will be more than 48? We have already the value between 0 to 0 to 10 we are having 2. So 50 minus 2, that is 48. More than 20, 43 minus 2 plus 5, that is 7. Likewise we will find out more than cumulative frequency. Okay, thanks for today. Wait for another video. Thank you and take care and have a nice day.